one of the things that's quite striking is we do need to be able to raise the level of awareness between our policymakers. I'm sure there's been a lot of discussion on that. But how do we actually inculcate both climate and disaster risk considerations in development planning and processes? I would offer that the ClimSA program and a lot of the work that's being done here needs to be made more visible in member states' discussions and in some of those settings at regional level, but also at national level, to involve not only line ministries and sector ministries, but also the departments or the central agencies for finance and economic planning. I'm not certain that we necessarily do that very well, but we do need to be able to develop some sort of a business case to demonstrate to our member states the importance of having this information so that policies are that much more robust, decisions are based on better information. And so those objectives that we have for development, for our sustainable development are enduring and that we're able to build that level of resilience into these plans and policies. I would offer that it does start with, if I take, for example, the OACPS, to be able to have less of just reporting on, for example, the progress of implementation of ClimSA, but really what ClimSA does and what ClimSA can do for member states in making a difference to their development in terms of public policy making, planning, and then the actual practice on the ground. So that's all I would say. And some of that is not just about yourself as regional climate centres and so on, but it is actually about being able to tell that story so policymakers don't have to second guess that they ask for this information, that they say, if we're going to build this particular process, we need to have multiple stakeholders, but we also need to have certain kinds of information to be able to make those policies that much more robust and impactful. So I hope that sort of answers it, not in the most eloquent way, but anyway, just some sort of contribution in terms of we've got to be able to tell that story, we've got to be able to build that business case. I think that if climate, if climate services and climate providers are able to tell that story in an easy way, because scientists tend to communicate in ways that are maybe not always accessible to Luddites like myself. I do feel that actually resourcing climate centres, climate services, hydro met offices and so on will be that much easier because they realise how important a service it is, to be able to have sustainable development and build resilience. Sorry to go on a little bit more, but I thought that might just reinforce a few things. Thank you.
Thank you.